Hey everyone, this is your hospitality video. Just so I don't waste any of your time on the weekends, you can just watch this whenever you have a chance, and then once you've watched the whole video, just send me a text message with a thumbs up or tell me you've watched it, and then training is complete. So I just want to go over a couple of things for every Sunday stuff, and then I'll kind of roll into some quick Easter reminders. These are in no particular order, but we're making sure that we're always saying the welcome to church phrase when our guests come, whether it's their first Sunday or not. Welcome to church. That's our key phrase across the board. Continue to close the gazebo at least 2 minutes before service starts so that they've already got their caffeine and sugar or healthy snacks before coming into service, so there's nothing else holding them up. And then we're shutting those wood worship center doors right at 9 and 11 like we've been doing. But we'd like to try one thing new, that we have the glass doors and then the wood doors as people enter into our lobby. So the glass doors, we'd like to try to close those at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock too, except for one side door. So we can prop that side door open, but it's just another visual to let people know the service has already started, and it just helps them kind of hurry up a little bit more. Don't forget, you guys have been doing great the last couple of weeks, keeping that lobby real quiet so that we're not distracting, so that the people in the back aren't hearing our conversations. The trickiest part is during the music, when we go from a loud song and you have to talk over us, and then the song ends, and then we're still talking loud in the lobby. It's tricky because you got to time it perfectly, but just be aware of that. There's been a couple times on stage I've been able to hear your conversations out there, and by that I mean you're just welcoming people. So keep that up, but just be aware of what's happening in service as well so we can adjust our volume accordingly. But keep it up. You guys have been doing awesome with that. So keep those closed. And then the last little reminder, don't forget to remind Fuse students, middle school and high schoolers, that Fuse happens right at welcome time, and they're going to go through the doors that say Fuse. So they'll sit through our experience for the first 20 to 30 minutes, and then at welcome time they can go to their class. And if we have any late Fuse students, so once welcome time is over, let's start escorting them out and around the building. It will require someone with a key to go out because our security placements are to keep the doors locked and closed. So just take those students, walk them around the outside, open the doors for them, and walk them directly into the Fuse room instead of cutting through the service. Moving on to Easter, because you guys are awesome and you just need to keep up whatever you're doing. Easter Sunday is just a reminder to wear your hospitality team t-shirts so you're super easy to find. Don't forget to always be wearing your dream team lanyards. If you ever do need a new name tag, just text me, and during the week I'll print you a new one. If your lamination is like peeling off, we'll get you a new one. We'll make it look nice and professional. Make sure you're not dressing up on Easter, that we're keeping it casual, so when our guests come and they've been told it's casual, they don't feel like, that we're tricked because Kay and Shelby wore their Easter bonnets, you know what I mean? So keep it casual, wear your jeans, wear your t-shirts. And if you are not scheduled to serve, if it's not technically your week, we would love to have you serve maybe a couple extra minutes before and after, just to make sure that all of our first-time guests are being greeted and escorted to classrooms. Just hang out for a couple minutes if you feel like it's totally being taken care of around the times of the service you're attending. Then you're free to go, but any help we can get, just a little extra help to greet guests, will be awesome. And then probably the biggest thing I want to let you know on Easter Sunday is for all of our hospitality team members to sit in the back 2 rows if you're serving, so that when the end of the service comes and we get to that prayer time, which is the most important time of the entire service, that we're not coming from all these different rows, that is kind of condensed to the back 2 rows, either section, it doesn't matter, but that way we're not walking down the aisles and drawing a little bit of attention to ourselves. We're praying for 500 guests, and we're praying for at least 20 of them to become Christ followers, and that's their opportunity to do it. So all of the attention that we can get that's focused on what's happening on stage and what God's doing, the better. I would encourage you to sit towards the back every single week to not be a distraction since we leave early. and I understand you have to do that. So let's always try to sit towards the back so that people are focused on the service. But other than that, make sure our kids are going to their classes because we've got the huge Easter egg hunt happening in preschool and elementary school. It's going to be awesome if guests do bring younger children into service just because they're not comfortable as a first-time guest or whatever it is. Just remind them to sit towards the back in case they have to exit and take their child out at any point in time. And if anything is ever being a huge, huge, huge distraction for several minutes and it keeps going on, you all always have permission to very nicely get up and escort them outside and help them find any classrooms they may need to, or just comfort them and help them outside with their child if need be. Other than that, you guys are awesome. Keep up the VIP treatment for our first-time guests. Don't forget to give them this card that talks about the app, the students, has a campus map, and get all that in. Make sure they have this before they enter the worship center. Other than that, have a great week. I love you guys. I'll see you at Good Friday, and then I'll see you Easter Sunday, either 9 a.m. or 11 a.m.